Hey guys, you're watching Boogie Plays Games, or sometimes Boogie Plays Games, and today we're going to crack my very last pack, my very last box of Eternal Masters. Great set. Our last three boxes have been incredible. We have pulled some cards I have not seen printed in a million years, and every box we've made a profit on so far. We have literally come up almost doubling our money on every box. We have seen Jace, we've seen Force of Will, we've seen Sneak Attacks, we've seen Sinkholes, we've seen a Mana Crypt, we've seen Karakas. What's left in this final box? Is our luck going to run out on this one? Probably. Let's just be honest. Probably this is going to be the crappy box. But if that's the case, I'll be okay, because we're already up dozens of dollars. Hundreds of dollars. So, this box would have to be empty for us to have lost money on this case. And that's awesome. It's a great feeling. Now, in order for that to happen, Wizards of the Coast has to print these at very limited numbers and has to pick very expensive cards to do that to. And it's very frustrating, but I'm so grateful that we were able to do this, and it's been a lot of fun. Don't forget, if you're a Magic the Gathering player, I do unboxings for every new set when they come out. And sometimes just products alone, like gift boxes and things along that lines. So feel free to subscribe here on YouTube if you're watching. I think you'll be glad that you did. With that said, don't forget I'll be keeping these packs together so that me and my friends can draft them. So I won't be sorting out the rares and the commons. Here's our first foil. Squadron Hawk, a card that is worthless in every other format other than the standard it was in, right? Is this card usable in Vintage? It might be, actually. I wouldn't know. There's Wrath of God. One of the most overprinted cards in the game. And still one of my favorite cards. I love this version of Wrath of God as well because no flavor text, no bullshit. Just destroy all creatures, they can't be regenerated. Not my favorite printing of Wrath of God, though. My favorite printing of Wrath of God is the one that just simply says, bury all creatures. I miss the bury keyword, but I understand why they don't use it anymore. But I still miss it. Here's our foil. Jetting Glasskite. I've never seen this card. I did not play much Kamigawa. Because back. Can I spell a bit? Yeah, okay, it protects itself. Alright, neat. There's 8.5 tails. There's a card I did not have very many of when I started this. It's my second copy of 8.5 tails now. So, good card. Very valuable for good old blue. Good old white there. Tranquil Clove. Boring foil. That's our third Brago. Could have been 3 Wastelands, but instead it's 3 Bragos. Not that I'm complaining. I like Brago. He's a cool guy. Wow, this pack feels weird. This pack feels extra thick. Yeah. I wonder why. I wonder why this pack feels weird. Wouldn't it be cool if we got some sort of weird God pack or something like that? I don't think that'll happen. It would have been an extra foil. Just one extra foil would be super cool. Well, there's a foil rare. Inkwell Leviathan. That's nice. That's a nice foil. Here's our regular rare. Siege Gang Commander. Anything else weird about this? Brainstorm, Factor Fiction, Honden of Lifeswim. Look at those 2 uncommons next to each other. That's insane. What an insane set this has to be to play in Limited. And they didn't print it in a way that you could easily play it in Limited. Which is a shame. Crazy. I wonder why that card felt thick. There's Yavimaya Enchantress. 3 casting cost 2/2. Common. Wow. Crazy that that's at common. I think it was originally an uncommon. Gets +1/+1 for each enchantment on the battlefield. And one of my favorite kill spells in the game. Malicious Affliction. Should be in every cube ever. Probably with the best black removal spell. I guess Hero's Downfall is better. So it does say non-black, but for double black, what do you want? Killing 2 non-black dudes is a pretty good way to go. There is our foil. Thunderclap Wyvern. 4 casting cost 2/3 flying flash. Other creatures you control with flying get +1/+1. I've never seen that card. What set is that from? It looks like it's from Alara. I feel like it's probably from Alara, but I don't know why I don't recognize it. There's Visara the Dreadful. People are telling me that Dismember is a much better card, and that's probably true. There's Warden of Evos Isle. Creatures with spells with flying you cast cost 1 less to play. Well, that seems like an archetype. Blue-white flyers seems like an archetype. There's our rare. Our rare is duplicate. Boring box so far. We're a third of the way through. We've not gotten much of value, so I would not be surprised if this is the box that finally craps out on us. Knight's Whisper. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. I like that card. Glare of Subdual. One of my favorite cards of all time. It's no opposition. Is it opposition that does that? The blue card that allows you to... Oh, anyway, it's not that great. But it's still pretty great. I feel like that's a very green-white card. That seems like what green-white should do when they get together. So, there's the Werebear with considerably worse flavor text. The original flavor text was so funny. He has the right to bear arms. Different art, different flavor text. To become is to understand. Boop, 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 boop. Boring. Wish there were more Were stuff in the game. Our rare in that pack. Green Sun Zenith. Wow, Wall of Omens at uncommon again. That's nice. Bear? Where? Somebody says in chat. Cool foil, though. I'd rather have foil the original. Our foil is Tidal Wave. And our rare, Inkwell Leviathan. They really wanted me to have Inkwell Leviathans. 3 Inkwell Leviathans, including a foil. Could have been a Wasteland, but wasn't. Every rare in the set could have been a Wasteland, but wasn't. There's a Wake of Vultures. Okay. Forecast to cost 3 on flyers. Sack a creature, regenerate Wake. What? There's Braids. Have not seen her out of the other boxes, so kind of glad because I don't really care for this card. Human Minion. Forecast to cost 2/2. Beginning of each player's upkeep, they sack stuff. And that's a decent card. She's a pretty cool commander, too. But I think Braids is not allowed to be a commander? Is that the case? But I like her as a commander. Wirewood Symbiote. Pretty important card to Elf combo decks. So, that's probably got a little bit of value to it. There's our second Vindicate out of 4 boxes. Very, very cool pull. I think it's probably under 10 still, but still one of my favorite cards of the game. That seems like what black and white should do when they get together. You know? Destroy target thing. Our foil is White Mane Lion. I wonder if that's cubable. 2 cast to cost 2/2 flash. Save a guy. That's probably playable in cube. Our rare here is Xantid Swarm. Green 0/1 flyer. When it attacks, defending player can't cast spells this turn. What is this card? How have I never seen this card? Is that Mirrodin or something? What the hell is this card? That could have been a Wasteland, but wasn't. What set is that originally from? That's confusing to me. Oh, here's a foil rare, but it's Call the Skybreak. Call the Skybreaker. Boring. Our rare there, though, there's some money. Natural Order, I think that's a $20 bill right there. Very, very nice. Second Natural Order out of 4 boxes. I still have my original Natural Orders, though, so it is nice to see it with the new frame, though. I do like that new frame a lot. Here's our foil Thornwood Falls. And our regular rare Arcanist the Omnipotent. He's been reprinted quite a bit. Oh, well, this box is definitely the worst of the 4 boxes. Still not a bad box, I think, and still has a chance to recover. There's our second foil Firebolt. Kind of nice to have. And a Crater Hellion. Ugh. 6 casting cost 6/6 Echo. Comes into play, deals 4 damage to each other creature. Bad card. Bad card. Ooh, I've always been a fan of this card. Wake Dancer, 3 casting cost 2/2 Morbid. If something died this turn, get a 2/2. Always been a fan of that card. And there's another valuable card, I think about $10. Shardless Agent. Nice to have that. Wake Dancer's always been just a cool card. I like the art on it. I like the idea that this chick is like out there dancing, and then, oh, something died. I'll make a zombie for you. Well, we've pulled 3 different foil Hondans. Too bad we didn't get all 5. I guess I should not say that because then it'll force it to happen. But it would have been nice to have all 5 foil Hondans. There's the black Hondan. And our rare is Toxic Deluge. Again, I think that's probably 10 or 15. Only ever been printed in the Commander set. So nice to have a way to get it. It's never been printed in foil. Too bad that's not a foil version. I would love to have a foil version of that card. And that card would definitely define some formats. Our foil here, very boring foil. Monk Idealist. When it enters the battlefield, return target enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. And our rare, for our 3rd Mother of Runes. So, oh mother, where art thou? Could have been a Wasteland, but it was a Mother of Runes instead. Undying Rage, I think this is originally from Timespire block. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and can't block. When it's put into a graveyard from the battlefield, return it to its owner's hand. Oh, that's like the, Rancor. So that's the red Rancor, I guess. Goblin Charbelcher, that's our 2nd Charbelcher. I have some original Charbelchers, actually, so not that exciting. Different art, though, and I really like that art. And again, Fuel's one of my favorite decks of all time. Not because I like the deck, but because I like the name. Oops. Oops, no lands. Or oops, all lands. Fuck, is that the name of the deck? I forgot the name of the deck. Well, there's a valuable card. Sensei's Divining Top. Probably worth about 20. Our foil there is Intangible Virtue. I didn't know that was in the set. But I love this Divining Top art. So much better than the original top art. Even though the original top is iconic. I love this art. This isn't my cube, but there's not a whole lot of ways to shuffle in my cube, so it's not broken in my cube. My wife tried using it the other day, and she was not fully really versed in how to top, and she was like kind of trading it with the top card occasionally, but didn't have a lot of ways to shuffle. But the first time she shuffled, she's like, oh, I get to see brand new cards. Yep, oops, all spells. Somebody says that's the name of the deck. Keldon Marauders in foil, which is one of my favorite cards ever printed. I love this card, but I have it in foil so many times. Just doesn't do much for me. There's a Mythic Rare, but it's the Whiff Mythic Rare. Like World Gorger Dragon, this is also only worth a couple bucks. And it's Balance. A card that I was unrestricted or unbanned and reprinted over and over and over again. And they thought it was balanced, and it was never balanced. That card has always been broken. It took Zern Orb being in a format for them to finally figure out, hey, maybe this card is too good. So, last 2 packs coming. I always like this card in its limited format. List Alana Huntmaster, 4 cast cost 3/3. Whenever you cast an F spell, you may put a 1/1 green elf into play. That card was broken. Here's our rare. It's Icarid. And then finally, our last pack of Eternal Masters. I will certainly never buy another box of this. If I kept buying this product, I would eventually go broke. How expensive. But it's nice to have these luxury products every once in a while. Wizards of the Coast, thank you for doing it. Final pack, here we go. Well, our foil is very nice. A foil Memory Lapse with incredible art. 2 casting cost, counter target spell. If that spell is countered this way, put it on top of its owner's library instead of into that player's graveyard. So, counter target spell, yeah, that's a nice card. And our final rare, a 3rd Winter Orb. I don't know why we got 3 Winter Orbs. There's some rares we simply didn't get. That's so interesting. We didn't get some of the mythics. Like, out of 4 boxes, we did not get, let's see. We did not get Dak Faden. We didn't get, well, I guess we got every other mythic, actually. I think we got every other mythic. We didn't get Maelstrom Wanderer. There's some rares we simply didn't see across 4 boxes. Isn't that weird? But I think Wasteland is the only one. The most valuable rare we didn't get. How weird is that? How weird is that? But that's variance for you. That's how it works. And fortunately, I do have several Wastelands already. So, but just the fact that they're reprinting the set means that they will eventually go down in price and be a little more affordable for all of us. Guys, those of you watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon. We'll see you with the next Magic set for more unboxings. See ya.